Hello all. So I wanted to come on and do a video for you all. My last video I talked about how to become a board certified behavioral analyst. And I wanted to, and I talked about the pay a little bit, but I wanted to go a little bit more in depth about the pay of a board certified behavioral analyst. And I also wanted to talk about the job outlook for a behavioral analyst. Um, Now, like I said, board certified behavior analysts, they get paid pretty well. And according to pay scale, they have an average salary of about $61,000. Now, again, you have to have at least a master's degree to be a board certified behavior analyst. You can be a board certified assistant behavioral analyst with a bachelor's degree. But in order to be a Bcba, you have to have a master's, and you have to have a practicum experience, and then you take your exam. Now, again, it's $61,000 is about the average, but if you work in these cities, you can possibly earn higher than that. Now, if you work in Los Angeles, they are about, and this is according to Applied Behavioral Analysts edu.org. So Los Angeles, they get an average of about $64,465. Chicago, they get about $62,000. Seattle, they get about $61,445. New York City gets about $67,682. Now, Miami has about 31% above the average of average pay for board certified behavioral analyst, and they get paid on average $76,465. So, if you're thinking about being a BCBA in any of those areas, then that's a pretty good salary. Um, some areas where it may be a little bit lower are San Diego. They get paid about $59,000, and Dallas, Texas gets paid about $59,000. Now, I was doing just a search myself on Indeed, and I saw salaries upward to $120,000, and I saw salaries $92,000. I saw salaries $80,000. Um, and they were requiring like a year to 2 years of working experience, but that is very high for having such for only 1 or 2 years of experience. And In terms of the job outlook, they really are hiring BCBAs everywhere. And I don't know the upward trend and how many jobs are out there and how many jobs are projected to be in the future, but it is a growing field. Um, I didn't know what a BCBA was until maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. But it is a certification, and the thing is that I think it gives you a little bit more latitude since it is a certification rather than a license. I think it gives you a little bit more latitude, so where you can actually go from state to state. Now there are states that do require you be licensed as a behavioral analyst, and the license and the certification are two different things. But I don't know if every state requires that you have a license as a behavioral analyst. I think a lot of states, they just take the BCBA. So, the jobs I feel are projected to grow, especially if you're specializing in autism spectrum disorders. And I think also if you are specializing in autism spectrum disorders, the rate of pay is probably a little bit higher than the national average of pay if you're just a BCBA. So if you are interested in working with individuals with autism, you can probably expect a little bit more pay. And I think that the jobs for individuals who want to be BCBAs that specialize in autism spectrum disorders. I think the jobs are really going to be growing rapidly. We are learning a lot more about autism and autism spectrum disorder. Um, so if you guys are interested in going into this field, I'm going to do more videos, talk a little bit more, go a little bit more in depth about what BCBAs do, where BCBAs work, who BCBAs collaborate with, and try to give you guys more in-depth information on the career of a BCBA. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be back making more videos in the future. Thank you.